The identities of millions of Texans are compromised every year, and a lot of victims have no idea. That's because in Texas, businesses are not required to report those incidents. But that is about to change. Investigative reporter Cheryl Mercedes shows us how.
It may be encrypted, hidden, password protected, but high-profile hackers are finding ways to swipe your name, social security number, and credit card information. The goal, to rip you off.
I had heard that people set stuff up at the gas stations, but I never thought that would happen to me.
Shanasa Amanaha is a college student whose card started getting charged for purchases she didn't make.
And it would be $91, $100, $50. I'm just like, what is going on? Like, this is scary.
Scary and not easy to stop or prosecute. Assistant Attorney General Rick Berlin says evolving technology makes it a challenge.
It seems every year, and sometimes every day it seems, there's some new threat that we need to respond to or a new risk that needs to be addressed.
We wanted to get a better idea of how often this happens in Texas, so we turned to the nonprofit Privacy Rights Clearinghouse, a website that keeps track of hacks and data breaches. KHOU 11 Investigates reviewed those complaints filed by Texas businesses over the last 5 years. We found an estimated 75 million people's personal information was subject to data breaches. On the list, the Houston Astros. The baseball team was so hot in 2016, a hacker hit up their playbook. Grinches tried to steal Christmas from Neiman Marcus online shoppers back in 2015. The company reported logins and passwords were stolen from at least 5,200 customers. Pizza Hut warned 60,000 of its customers in 2017 that hackers broke into its website, putting their credit cards at risk.
How serious is this crime?
It could potentially be very damaging. A criminal can use that information to commit their own crimes.
Businesses can voluntarily report data breaches to the Attorney General's office, but we found not many do. In the last 5 years, the AG got only 25 complaints.
We expect that after January 1st, we'll receive a lot more.
That's because the Texas legislature passed a law requiring businesses to notify the AG's office of a data breach within 60 days if it affects more than 250 people. Lawbreakers could face fines up to $250,000 plus $2,000 to $50,000 for every person impacted.
They came right after trying to get that money.
Amanaha believes if the law had been in place when she was exposed, it could have prevented the skimmers from striking again.
I'm glad that this is going to be a change because we definitely need it.
If your information is compromised, that means you are at risk. Monitoring your accounts and getting a free credit report at least once a year could save you a huge hassle. We've got a few ways you can do that posted online at khou.com.